Today, as I record this, is St. Patrick's Day. Sorry I'm not wearing green, but I don't happen to have a green shirt. St. Patrick's Day leaves me a bit conflicted. You see, the grandmother on my dad's side came from Ireland, so I've got a little bit of the green in me. I love Ireland. It's one of my favorite places on earth. The most magnificent castles, verdant green hills, and those magnificent ocean cliffs. My favorite is the Cliffs of Moher. I actually have a picture of that on my iPad. But Ireland is one of the most demonized places on the planet, primarily because of the ancient witchcraft druids. Some very godly priests did their best, like St. Columba, to try to get the demons and the witchcraft out of Ireland, and the legacy of all the human sacrifice of the Druids, but in some measures they failed. By the way, St. Columba founded a monastery where they produced the famous illustrated manuscripts of the scripture called the Book of Kells. I have a copy of that. It's beautiful. But Ireland is a lesson of what happens when witchcraft gets hold in a country, and it's a warning to America. Like I said, some brave men of God did their best to rid Ireland of superstition, but it's alive and well, and witchcraft is very, very strong there in Ireland. Today, take Dublin for example. Only 2% of the people go to church. In Ireland, nationally, only 25% of the people go to church, and a few decades ago it was 90%. And recently, Ireland had a gay prime minister. Not exactly a Catholic social trend. But let me tell you what really concerns me. The legacy of the leprechauns. All across the British Isles, up into Scandinavia, from Iceland to the Philippines, there are these stories of little people, the elves. All these cultures have them. In Ukraine, they call them the domovois, and in Ukraine, where I go often, I've cast out domovoi demons from people. That's these little people that they take care of. Spirits in the houses they give drink and they give food to. You have to take care of them or they will trick you. And that's typical of these little leprechaun type beings. They are said to be supernatural. They can bring you good luck or they will trick you if you don't properly take care of them. They live in a parallel universe. Well, in reality, these little people are little demons, minions of Lucifer. In Ireland is a place where a lot of this started. And you know, when people come to me for an encounter, whether it's virtual or in person, I always look to see if they have Irish somewhere in their heritage. If they do, I know there's a good possibility of demonization. At least I make sure that these people pray prayers of renunciation to break the curses of the ancient druids and all their human sacrifices and superstition. So if you see this in time before the end of St. Patrick's Day, if you want to wear green, that's all right. But beware the leprechauns, the St. Patrick's Day demons.
Your financial support and prayers make it possible for us to bring hope for the hurting and freedom to those in spiritual bondage. For the latest information regarding ministry outreaches, go to boblarson.org or call 303-980-1511.